everyone, I'm Maggie from The Little Reseller. Today I've got a what's sold in April video for you. If you haven't watched any of my haul videos before, then click above, watch one of them and then come back and see what's sold and see what prices I got for things. So let's get started. Two just for men, they cost £1 each, so it cost £2 and they sold for £9.99 plus postage and packaging. An HP printer, this was new but box damaged, cost £10 and that sold for £74.99 plus postage. Some Merrill walking shoes from a charity shop cost £5.50 and these sold for £25 plus postage. Coleman's mustard pot finally sold, cost 20p from a charity shop and that sold for £9.99 plus postage. Some HP ink cost £5. That sold for £19.99 plus postage. And a Remington curling wand cost £9.99 and that sold for £24.99 plus postage. So that's everything for eBay. As I say, I don't do a huge amount on eBay, mainly Amazon, but that was my eBay sales for April. And now on to Amazon. I've picked like the main ones. There have been other things as well, but they might have been trying to clear things out, so not as good profit. So I picked the main things to show you. If you could like this video and subscribe, that would be great. I'd really appreciate it. Amazon sales. Book V&A Guide to Period Styles cost £2.50, sold for £19.99. Ted Baker water bottle cost £9, sold for £20.78. A new QI board game cost £3 and that sold for £16.95. Playmobil speedboat, that was new, cost £12.99 and that sold for £47.68. Sukin night creams, these cost £5 each and they sold for £13.74 each. Another book, Living in the Borderland, cost £1, sold for £24.99. I really like this board game, it goes straight away, sells straight away at Amazon. Think Words, this was used, cost £2, sold for £14.88. A new book, Okja, cost £4.99, sold for £17. Playmobil Surfer cost £1.99, this was new, sold for £16.99. A used Octonauts jigsaw puzzle, this cost £1, keep an eye out for Octonauts. This sold for £17.50 and that was used. Another book, Atlantis in the Caribbean, that cost £1 and sold for £11.50. Monopoly Trolls version, this was new, cost £10 and that sold pretty much straight away as soon as it landed at Amazon for £34.92. A blue Power Ranger cost £8 and that sold for £19.70. A used box set of books, Simon Scarrow, cost £6.50, they sold for £26.87. If you remember on one of my other videos, I found a new camcorder tape in a drawer around the house from years ago, so that was free and that sold for £9.92. A cookery book, Two Chubby Cubs, cost £2 and that sold for £11.99. The Really Nasty Horse Racing game, that was used from a charity shop, cost £5 and that sold for £18.90. Another used game, Upwards, this cost £2 and sold for £17.68. Another box set of books, Darren Shan, these were new, cost £2 and they sold for £18.99. Some tenor pants, these were £3 each per pack and they sold for £22.13 each. Another used board game, Very British Problems, cost £2, sold for £21.61. Cranium, I think this was new, cost £5 and that sold for £22.40. This was a massive bolo.
A massive bolo.
A massive bolo. The artist Velasquez book, something like that, cost £7.50, massive book. That sold for £74.99. That was a used book, cost £7.50, sold for £74.99. Pie Face game, that cost £5, that was new, sold for £29.99. Remember that niche book I bought, The Encyclopedia of Hell, that cost £2.50, that sold for £10.50. Another Think Words board game, that cost £2 and sold for £17.99. A new games tin, Play Your Cards Right, cost £2.50 and that sold for £25.06. All the Playmobil's always new. So a Playmobil Fireman, that cost $1.99 and sold for $12.99. I remember I found some Catan board games new. The bargain price of £10 each. They sold for £32.50 each. Another Playmobil Doctor Surgery cost $12.99 and that sold for $28.95. Another niche book, Farm and Workshop Welding, that cost £2 and sold for $9.99. Complete Guide to Designing and Printing Fabric, this cost £1 and sold for £13.99 straight away, that was. A book called Fertile, that cost £2.50 and sold for £14.50. Another new, this was a new game, Egged On, cost £2.50, sold for £14.50. Now, some audio CDs. Road to Little Dribbling cost £5. That was new and sealed audio CD books. Sold for £16.20. A book, Nature of Snowdonia, cost £1, sold for £19.99. Picked up two of these, I think. New Monopoly Cheaters. They cost £5 each and they sold for £16.90. Another book, Bread is Gold, cost £1.50, sold for £14.99. A building block set, Mega Constructs, this cost £8 and sold for £24.99. Creative Code book, this was used, cost 75p, that sold for £14.99. Playmobil Doll's House Kitchen, this was £7.50 and that sold for £27.79. Remember I said keep an eye out for these. They sold straight away. I can't get hold of any more at the moment. Bunchums cost £15 each and they sold for £39.99. Another book, Practical Pottery, cost £1.50 and that sold for £13.50. Monet's Garden Jigsaw, this was a new and sealed jigsaw from a charity shop, cost £3.99 and that sold for £17.50. Absolute Balderdash cost £1.50 from a charity shop, that was used and that sold for £29.99. This was a really good one. Deadliest Dinosaurs Jigsaw, this was used, cost £2.50 and that sold for £24.99. Took a couple of months to sell but it has sold. Another audiobook CD, Coptown, that cost £5 and sold for £19.90. An IBS cookbook cost £1.50 and that sold for £9.50. A Netgear adapter, this was from a charity shop, cost £1.50. I think I listed it as used like new and just said the cellophane was a bit torn. That sold straight away for £21.99. Castle Panic board game, this was used, cost £3 from a charity shop and sold for £20.81. Cluedo Harry Potter, this was used, this hung around for a couple of months again, cost $7.99 and that has eventually sold for $34.99. It just shows you can sell Christmas stuff at any time. This was a Jellycat Holly Leaf, these were new, they were £11.50 and that sold for £38.99. If you remember, I picked up from the charity shop 3 different Thunderbirds 1, 2 and 3 toys. It's still in boxes, but the boxes were slightly damaged. So I listed them all as used like new and just said that the box was slightly damaged. Thunderbird 1 vehicle that sold, cost £3 and that sold for £34.99, so that was a really good one. Another good one is a Sesame Street bus, cost £8. This was new in a clearance section and that sold for £32.99. Trivial Pursuit Classic board game that was used from a charity shop, cost £3 and that sold for £16.99. A used 3D vase puzzle cost £3, that sold for £14.99. Another Disney song board game, these were new, £5 each, they sold for £20.90 each. I would have liked a few more of these, I think I said that at the time when I found them. A Shopkins Dance Studio, they were new, from a charity shop. I picked up 2 of them, £3.50 each, and they sold for £29.95. Accentuate game, I had 2 of these as well. They were £10 each, and they sold for £29.99 each. A used Game of Frustration, cost £2.50, sold for £24.99. I think this was a new Pointless board game, cost £5, and that sold for £24.75. And the last one is a His and Hers board game, cost £3.50, and that sold for £17.82. There you go, that's my what sold in April. I hope you enjoyed that. If you could like this video and subscribe again, I'd really appreciate it, thank you. If you've got any questions about selling on Amazon, if I can help, I always will, so pop them in the comments below. I'll have a haul video for you soon. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.